Okay, guys, sorry for the interruption. For whatever reason, my machine just crashed. So that's why I have to restart the live stream. And yeah, let's just continue from where it was dropped. Allow me quickly to confirm that everything is working fine. This one I called part two. Same title, same thumbnail. Yeah, let's just continue from. Yeah, okay. Here it is. So it's working. It's working. Allow me to come back to X and we will resume. Sorry for that, guys. This is the first time it happened. A few live streams already. It never happened to me on this machine that it crashed doing the live stream. I'm recording this. Okay, so I don't remember what I was talking about. It threw me off balance out of it, and I was telling you guys about it. This is not nothing new. Those that have seen my previous live streams on the instead this is 15 minutes on hourly. We are still in, and Bitcoin is the only coin I trade on both intervals, hourly and 15 minute. Usually I trade only on 15 minute, and I trade a lot of coins, like over 200 coins on Binance simultaneously. So this one's almost plus 20%, and even if it goes slightly down, as I said, as I'm even predicting that it may go slightly lower than this week, this low here. I don't think I'm going to get this position closed, to be honest. I think that will not happen. Well, Telegram is it off? No, it's on. So let me switch it off because otherwise I will get some private conversations sometime soon. I don't want you guys to see my private conversation. Could be a little bit embarrassing at times. But anyway, we're back on air. So yeah, liquidations. Liquidations today, they went down by a lot. Again, below $40 million on Bitcoin. Much higher on Ethereum, as you see. Somewhat surprising. Yesterday, it went up quite nicely, above $400 million. So we had a little bit of a nice how do you call it? Of a nice action there, right? I mean, finally something has happened. But I mean, since we approach 100K, actually from 110 down to almost 100 in 3 days, it had to happen. People were aiming for that dip. They considered it an opportunity. There is this narrative that we are not going to go below 100K anymore. This we may go below 100K, probably not much. I don't believe we are going to see 80K in any kind of uh, of development, let's say, unless they start really throwing nukes at each other. That's the only option, and that I'm very certain is not going to happen. If they are going to throw a serious bombs against each other, probably those will be of some new generation that do not have the same effect as nuclear bombs anymore. So I think nuclear bombs are already very outdated, but the populace does not really know about it yet. To learn about it, they will teach us. So yeah. So that's why even if they start throwing nukes, we'll find out those are not nukes. There's no nuclear waste with it. And I think even that will not be able to drag Bitcoin down to 80K. So yeah, I will repeat myself once again. I don't think this is a good idea be to start speculation on shorting this. I think it's going to literally punch you right in the mouth. I don't think this is other chart which so far accurately twice has indicated where this market is throughout the last 18 months. Is it oversold? Is it overbought? This one is definitely, this is not oversold. A picture, it says nowhere near, and it's not even 10 miles away, 10 miles close to a market that is overbought. Definitely not. It definitely gives us vibes, gives us signs. It has been oversold for quite a while. What we can see here are progressing shakeouts, more and more of them, transfer of capital into stronger and stronger hands. The longer we are moving like this, the more diamond this market becomes, and that is why you should at least want a little bit to become a part of it, because palms here will manifest. It's a given. Don't believe those people that tell you alt season or altcoin season will not happen. Of course it will happen. People say there is too much trash in this sphere already because of the meme coins. Listen, even among meme coins, there is some projects that are quite interesting. So it's not like all of it is trash. On top of that, coins that usually are listed on tier one exchanges, they have some utility. They literally have some utility to a degree that a group of people on this planet mental value, and below that value those coins will not fall because they literally give a use case to, even if it's a very niche product, still it's a product, and most of those coins they are used for. All of weak hands are going to completely abandon the ship. Only the strong hands will remain here, and then order books on the you know um, for the prices to keep climbing up, because it will encounter into this game. They will join. Of course, they will do it close to the very end, and will form the exit liquidity for those that were smarter and knew how this operates, how this works, and were very early to the uptrend, right? And again, when we consider meme coin search term, both of those I think are the best right now to identify where we at in the whole interest around cryptocurrencies. Because from this side, those that part of the space gives the easiest entry, right? Those coins are usually very very cheap, and people think that if something is cheap, like, cause I don't know, a 10,000th of a penny, then it has a chance to get to $1, and then they will become, I don't know, billionaires or something. People are literally that silly. Vast majority is that silly. That's of course completely impossible, but that's the way it is. So I think if you want to track accurately where the sentiment around cryptocurrencies is, you should be eyeing these two terms, meme coin and meme coins, right? And as you see, we are still remaining below the read from the last week. Last week it was 19. This is on YouTube search, by the way. This is not Google searches. I think YouTube searches are much more reliable. And so we remain 3 points below on meme coin, and on meme coins I think is going to be at least 2 points below last read. Yeah, 2 points below. So we are literally with face against the floor to drop the interest even more. That means this is the time to buy. You don't want to be buying in the time of high interest, when all of the prices are running like crazy. It's a roaring bull, and you have to chase the green candles. That's not the time. If you are forced to do that, it means you are already late. Never do that. That's my advice. By the way, guys, if you have anything to ask. If you have any questions, of course, write them in the live chat. I'll see them here and I'll try to answer, of course. So yeah, here on the crypto bubbles, as you see, main almost mainly green now. I think green is the dominant color here, but there is a lot of red too. Something among those lines. Like it's quite close, but I don't know. Maybe I'm biased, but I think it's slightly more green than red. So yeah, I continue to think that this is a good opportunity to allocate into this market while on other chart we remain in this vicinity. One of the best trades that you can take, in my opinion, right now is on my own meme coin on high tech. Here it is, and you will find a link to it in the description section of this live stream if you watch it on YouTube, of course. To its liquidity pool, there you can trade it for USDC, Solana, USDT, or whatever that is swappable on Solana dexes. You can get yourself a little bit. I think this is a really good opportunity. Why? Because that's the only project I promote here. My social media are still very small. My Polish social media, my English social media, so there's a lot of room for growth. So right, this token has risen from $1 to these evaluations. So kinda you already missed first train. Do not miss the second one. You don't have to allocate a lot here in order to make countable money. You can literally throw at it $1, $2, $3. It will still do the job. Same as it has done the job rising from $1. So do not fade it because I'm telling you, next time, I mean, sometime this year I will be telling you that you missed the second train. Don't miss the third one. Right now is we are waiting for arrival of the second one. There will be arrival of the second one. There will be arrival of the third one, fourth one, fifth one. Don't fade it. Yeah, so crypto fear and greed index at 52 yesterday was actually this one is from yesterday. The day before yesterday was I keep catching myself saying it's from today. It's not from today. It's always from yesterday. The day before yesterday it was at 54 as you see, so we cooled down a little bit slightly. Bitcoin is still very close to all-time highs, 52. Liquidity is low. Weak hands have been shaken out once again with all of those over leveraged traders that don't know what they are doing, because I mean, if you trade leverage, generally for you to trade leverage, because if your trading is that good on spot market, you will be making shitloads of money and without the need to risk liquidations, right? So it literally makes zero sense from strategy point of view. So that means that if you don't trade spot, you trade leverage. It means you just surrendered to illusion that you can make huge money out of very small money. And yeah, that's true. You can do that, but it requires time, and you must have a lot of margin of error in order to do that. Leverage does not give you that. Only spot market gives you that, and it takes time. It takes time. You can turn a small amount of money into something sizable, but it takes years to do that. I mean, in a sustainable way, of course, because obviously you can have like a lucky streak, and from I don't know, $100 make even a couple of millions. We've seen they always lose them, right? They stay in the casino and they give it back, all of it. James Wynn, first, first one to mention here. I think one of the best examples. Why is it that bad? This is tragic, actually. This live stream is not a very good live stream for some reason. Okay, maybe sometime today I will re-record it again. I don't know why I'm having so much issues today. Okay, now it's back to where it's supposed to be. Hopefully this one did not last for too long. But it dropped like crazy before. That's weird. That's very weird. Okay. And see how it was really going. So yeah, we may see a little bit of further decline on Bitcoin. It will not be very big. I think we should be expecting more upside than downside. I know right now it looks which name I shall not I shall not mention and Iran, but things will escalate there. But this is not the first time. This is a very important thing to know about and to refresh in your mind. This is not the first time those guys are generally in the Middle East. Middle East from time to time just rises dust, political setup there, and people are quite quick to remind themselves about it. So first few days, of course, they will be nervous. Later, they'll remember. Okay, this is exactly the same stuff we've seen so far, and let's go back to normal. To be honest, this is probably not same stuff we've seen so far, but that what is the global finance going to think. So that's what we need, or at least the majority of global finance is going to think that that's what we need. We don't. Markets are going to see huge crashes. I don't know. Maybe on September, November, September, October. So sometime in fourth quarter, it's the end of this year. I honestly I do not think we have a setup for huge crashes right now in this quarter, which is already ending, and the next one. I think we are actually in a protected period. This quarter, next quarter is kind of a protected period because of this whole setup, right? Because of low liquidity. When the liquidity is low, nobody wants to dump the bugs from the big players. That means they will be engineering higher and higher prices to attract as much retail as possible, just so they can withdraw from the market, right? If they think shit is about to hit the fan. So yeah, I think it should not be feared at all. Absolutely not. I think right now we should embrace what is going on, and you should make use of the opportunity, collect bunch of altcoins, among them my meme coin too, and and sit tight. Just sit tight. Of course, it is very easy for this market to introduce some more volatility, but that is not the kind of volatility that is going to be completely obliterating you. It's a kind of volatility that will come back to your entry point, and then after all is going to generate you very nice gains. Yeah, this is AI generated, of course. Very silly. Break. What the hell has happened in Dubai? A tall building is on fire. Very tall building is on fire. I have no idea how did it even happen. Are we going to see any news about it? Breaking: a building is burning in Dubai. Yeah, we can tell. What's the cause of it? If nuclear war happens, you die. If it doesn't, markets recover. That's true. So if you don't buy, this one is actually quite good. Quinten is a perma bull. He doesn't really know trading, but from time to time he will drop a golden nugget here and there. James Wynn, 8.1 billion people, 21 million Bitcoin. Owning just one Bitcoin will eventually put you into the top 1% financially. That's not guaranteed, you know, with the way accelerate things, how much it accelerates things. You know, some computing is definitely advancing now at much accelerated speed that can screw Bitcoin up. So it's you know, the picture is not as simple as they try to portray it. It's much more complicated. Something can steal the market from Bitcoin any time. Actually, you know, solving problems that Bitcoin cannot solve, and delivering exactly the same value that Bitcoin delivers. So it's not as easy. Should you not bet on Bitcoin because of that? Play out, right? That most ridiculous scenario that all of the big Bitcoin maxis are predicting. It can play out. If we are very lucky, it's going to play out. We've been close a couple of times for it to already shut down, to already be swept under the rug. But so far we've been lucky, and who knows, maybe we are going to really get to a place where Bitcoin is a world reserve currency, and you know will stay there because I don't know, quantum computing, for example, will not be able to really break it, or quantum computing will be so difficult to achieve in the form that we want it, that Bitcoin is going to stay where it is for long decades. That's also possible, but it's the probability. I think it's diminishing considerably every single year. For how long should we stay safe with Bitcoin? I think we should have 5 years more. I think it's quite safe it will be able to, you know, hold its ground. Let me check. Let me check the live chat here. Okay. FI is officially about to launch. Early buyers will make millions. I was the first to call Trump at 69 cents and follow Crypto Beast to that extent to tell you that indeed he called Trump at 69 cents. Most of the guys on the internet, on X, when they write something like that, that's bullcrap. WLFI, I have no idea. What's the point of that coin? To be honest, when it hits Binance, I will definitely be trading it. Until then, I will probably stay away because I do not gamble. I trade. I trade it in a way that gives me all of the arguments of power I can collect from the market. Bet on something only because of my gut feeling, or that kind of stuff. I never do that. So even though sometimes, you know, this way I miss on big, huge opportunities, I just play it the way that I know what the result is going to be. Even if sometimes it means I have to wait for it much longer. Da Vinci Jeremy, three must-haves in crypto: discipline, liquidity, patience. Yeah, true. Even with fully out mind, you still need that discipline. Of course, you need liquidity and you need patience. But if you have liquidity, it's much easier for patience. If you don't have liquidity, and then you need to be patient, because how will you afford? Patience is something that you must be able to afford. Biggest problem with patience. That's why I tell you guys to allocate into my altcoin, not altcoin, meme coin. That will put you in a position of comfort of time, as I call it. So you will be able to be patient here. If you overinvest, you will be sweating. You will be looking at the chart. Why is it not doing this? Why is it not doing that? Allocate something very small. That is the easiest way to have a successful investment. Just don't overdo it. Look, Bill Mark, what are you afraid of losing when nothing in the world actually belongs to you, Marcus Aurelius? Yeah, but we have that, you know, illusion that we have ownership over certain things. That's why. But, yeah, it's true, but most of your life you will not experience it. You may experience it at certain situations, and that's it. Dr. Simon Godek, bro, defend yourself from your Macron. France will defend Israel if Iran attacks it. Okay, this is a nice left straight. First defense from your wife because he got smacked in the face. 11.5 trillion BlackRock now owns total Bitcoin supply. This is wild. Is MicroStrategy owning more still? Strategy actually, now they are called Strategy. Or BlackRock overtook them. I'm not entirely sure. Like an Iron Dome to you? No, it doesn't. Definitely does not look like Iron Dome. Not enough of interceptions. Looks like it was completely off, switched off. Well, they say it's because those missiles were hypersonic, and Iron Dome is not sonic missiles. I don't know to what extent that is true, but yeah, it looks like golden crosses sometimes they actually opposite of what people expect them to be. So in my case, I'm out of Ethereum trade already. It was a tiny loss, like -3%. It looked really good, but this story has shaken markets enough to push me out. But I think Ethereum will keep rising. I think I think what I tend to say, I repeat quite often that events they do not make trends. They do not they do not give birth to uptrends. They do not put off down sorry put them off, right, those uptrends. They do not give birth to the to the downtrends. All they do is just introduce volatility, nothing else. They do not possess the ability to actually turn the boat. Wherever the boat is going, they cannot turn the boat. So I think it will keep going. It will keep delivering the rest of this year. It's definitely easy to get scared right now. I totally understand it. Okay, guys, allow me to wrap it up. Sorry for the option. Sorry for making it in two parts. For those that watch my live streams from time to time, for now there is very little people that stick to my live streams. Most of you guys stumble upon my YouTube channel or Rumble channel through, actually no, YouTube channel through shorts only. So yeah, so for those that consume only my shorts, it doesn't really matter that there was a little bit of interruption here, but yeah, to those that watch it from time to time, accept my apologies. hopefully, hopefully the next time we will not experience anything like this. This is the first time it happened. So share, like, and subscribe. And like I said, throw something small at my meme coin. I think this is the right time. I think it will make an amazing. So yeah, don't fade it. Don't sleep on it because I think it's going to be one of those painful experiences when you'll be looking at yourself in the mirror, holding your head and screaming, "Why didn't I buy it?" So $1, $2, $3. That's it. Zero, practically zero risk. If that can turn into few thousands, maybe even few dozens of thousands, that will be a waste. So yeah, thank you for your time, guys. I see you sometime soon. Cheers.